Child of light, God has a magnificent plan for your life, overflowing with blessings and miracles. Have you ever wondered what it would take to align yourself with His divine vision? But too often, doubts cloud your heart, and fear whispers that you're not worthy or capable. Have you felt that heaviness, as if the path ahead is hidden in shadows? Today, I'll unveil the secret to breaking free from those chains. It's simpler than you think, but it's the key that unlocks the miracles God has already prepared for you. Are you ready to see His plan clearly? Within you lies a divine faculty, an extraordinary power given to you by God Himself, the power to visualize. This sacred gift is not merely for imagining, but for creating. It is the tool by which you bring order to your thoughts, peace to your spirit, and alignment with God's perfect plan for your life. When you exercise this gift deliberately, picturing with clarity the desires of your heart, something miraculous begins to happen. Your mind, once chaotic and scattered, becomes ordered and calm. The confusion that often clouds your thoughts dissipates, and your desires flow in harmony, no longer driven by fear or hurry. Oh, my dear one, do you not see? Hurry is but a manifestation of fear, a thief of your peace, a destroyer of your joy. But when you pause, when you intentionally and lovingly visualize your heart's desires, you step into a sacred alignment with heaven's laws. You tap into the harmonious vibrations of the law of attraction, the very energy through which God orchestrates the universe. This is not just a mental exercise. It is a spiritual act, a divine communion with the Creator's will for your life. Understand this. To visualize is to trust. It is to cast away fear and embrace faith. It is to see with the eyes of your heart the blessings that God has already prepared for you. When you hold your vision with unwavering faith, you awaken the angels to move on your behalf. Resources, opportunities, and people, everything you need, are drawn to you in divine timing. Beloved, do you not know that order is heaven's first law? When you visualize, you bring your desires into alignment with this holy order. Your life begins to reflect the peace and harmony of heaven. In this practice, you step out of chaos and into divine flow. You are no longer racing against time or chasing fleeting dreams. Instead, you are co-creating with God, walking in step with His eternal purpose for you. Everyone visualizes, whether they realize it or not. Many do so unconsciously, allowing fear and doubt to shape their lives. But you, precious soul, are being called to awaken to the power within you. Use this gift intentionally. Picture your desires as though they have already come to pass. Hold them in your heart with faith, gratitude, and love. The power of visualization. This is no ordinary faculty but a divine gift planted within you, waiting to be awakened and consciously used. When you begin to use this great power with intent and faith, you will attract resources, opportunities, and blessings in ways you never imagined. Do you not see, dear one? These resources have always been around you, yet you may have failed to recognize them. Like unopened treasures in plain sight, they await the one who dares to see with the eyes of faith and imagination. Visualizing is not simply dreaming. It is a sacred act of co-creation with God. It is the alignment of your heart, mind, and spirit with the laws of heaven and earth. Consider this. Humanity now soars through the skies, not because the laws of nature have changed, but because someone dared to visualize the impossible. The inventor of the flying machine did not defy God's order. Rather, he aligned with it. He studied the laws of nature and applied them with precision and faith. Through this orderly use of divine principles, the miracle of flight became a reality. But do you know what held others back in earlier generations? It was not a lack of resources, for the same materials and laws existed then as they do now. No, it was the inability to conceive the possibility. Fear, doubt, and the testimony of past failures clouded their vision. They said, "It has not yet been done, therefore it cannot be done." But oh, how wrong they were. Do you see the truth here, dear soul? The laws that govern success, abundance, and miracles have always existed. They are unchanging, eternal, and available to you even now. The question is not whether the laws will work, but whether you will believe and act upon them. Truhad, a wise one of your world, once said that the greatest lesson he learned from the invention of the airplane and the wireless telegraph was this: the triumph of principle over precedent. He saw how the faithful working of an idea to its logical conclusion could overcome all arguments of past failure. And so it is with you. Do not let the failures of the past, the doubts of others, or the testimony of your own fears keep you from visualizing the life God has prepared for you. When you align with the eternal principles of faith, imagination, and divine order, you open the doors of heaven. The impossible becomes possible, and the unseen becomes reality. Have you ever wondered why some see their dreams take flight while others remain tethered to the ground, held back by fear or disbelief? It is not because the dream itself is unattainable. No, the laws of heaven and earth are already aligned, waiting to bring that dream to life. The difference lies in the one who dares to imagine, who dares to see, with the eyes of their heart, what others dismiss as impossible. Let me guide you now into the sacred mysteries of this power, so you may wield it with wisdom and faith. Close your eyes for a moment and envision a secret chamber within your spirit. This chamber holds everything you've ever longed for: peace, joy, abundance, purpose. It is not locked away to torment you, but to call you forward, to inspire you to grow into the one who can open it. The key to this chamber lies in your understanding of the unseen causes that shape your visible world. Every condition in your life, whether it be joy or sorrow, success or struggle, springs from an unseen root. These roots are your thoughts, beliefs, and expectations. They are the quiet whispers of your mind, the images you hold in your heart. If you align these unseen causes with the vision God has placed within you, your dreams will move from the realm of possibility into the realm of reality. But beloved, this requires more than wishing. It requires faith. It requires persistence. And it requires a willingness to hold your vision even when the world around you seems to offer nothing but contradiction. Let us look to the story of flight, a perfect example of this divine principle in action. Long before humans ever soared through the skies, the potential for flight existed. The laws of aerodynamics, the properties of lift and propulsion, and the materials necessary for constructing flying machines were all present. But these truths remained hidden, waiting for a heart bold enough to see them. In the 18th century, Henry Cavendish discovered that hydrogen gas was far lighter than atmospheric air. From that revelation came the balloon, and from the balloon came the dirigible. These were stepping stones, beloved, not the final goal. Yet many dismissed even these inventions, saying, "This is as far as we can go. True flight is beyond our reach." But then came the Wright brothers, men of vision. They were not deterred by failure or the laughter of skeptics. They saw beyond what was to what could be. When one experiment failed, they would simply look at each other and say, "It's all right, brother. I can see myself riding in that machine, and it travels with ease." They held their vision steadfastly, refusing to let doubt take root in their hearts. Their unwavering faith transformed what seemed impossible into reality. They did not change the laws of nature. They simply learned to align with them. And so it is with you, dear one. The laws that govern creation are eternal, unchanging, and ever-present. They do not bend or break. Instead, they wait for you to align with them. When you visualize your heart's desire with clarity, when you hold it in your mind as though it is already yours, you begin to move in harmony with these divine principles. But here is the sacred truth. Visualization is not about forcing or manipulating the natural order. It is about recognizing the harmony that already exists between your soul's desires and God's divine plan. When you visualize, you are not defying the laws of nature. You are engaging with them, using the gifts of imagination and willpower that God has placed within you. Beloved, I know there will be times when doubt creeps in. The voices of fear and past failures will try to convince you that your dreams are foolish or unattainable. But I urge you to remember the lesson of the Wright brothers. Remember the persistence of those who looked at the same world others did and saw something greater. Visualizing is not a passive act. It is a sacred practice. It requires you to step out in faith, to believe in the unseen even when others cannot. It is the triumph of principle over precedent, the bold declaration that your past does not define your future. Do not be afraid of failure, for failure is but a stepping stone on the path to success. Every setback is an opportunity to refine your vision, to learn, and to grow. When you fall, rise again with the words, "It's all right, for I can see my dream taking flight." Beloved, hear me now. You were created in the image of the Creator. This means you are not merely a passive observer of life. You are a co-creator. The power to bring forth beauty, abundance, and joy is already within you. Visualization is the tool that helps you unlock this power. When you make a mental picture of your heart's desire, you are engaging in a divine act. You are aligning your spirit with God's will and calling forth the resources of heaven and earth to bring that vision to life. This is your birthright as a child of the Most High. I stand with you now, watching as you take your first steps into this sacred practice. Do not be discouraged by the voices of doubt or the weight of past failures. You are stronger than you know, more capable than you realize. Every great achievement began with a single thought, a single vision held with faith and persistence. You too have this power. Close your eyes and see your dream as though it is already yours. Feel the joy of its fulfillment. You are not here to drift aimlessly or to live in the shadows of doubt. No, beloved, you are here to create, to bring forth the desires of your heart into the world of form. You have been given a sacred tool for this purpose, the power to visualize. When you use this gift with intention and faith, you align yourself with the eternal laws of the universe. You tap into the very essence of creation itself. Let me show you the beauty of this gift and how it can transform your life. To visualize is not merely to dream, but to create. It is the act of taking the infinite potential of the unseen and shaping it into form. Every thought you hold with clarity, every image you construct in your mind, becomes a mold for the plastic substance of the universe to fill. This is not fantasy. It is divine law. When you visualize, you bring order to the chaos of your thoughts. You align your mind, body, and spirit with a single purpose, and in doing so, you open the floodgates of God's abundance. Each desire, each vision, is a seed planted in the fertile soil of creation. When nurtured with faith and love, it must grow. Do you understand the sacred nature of this process? You are not forcing or manipulating the world around you. Instead, you are harmonizing with it, bringing your inner world into alignment with the divine order of the universe. Beloved, let me assure you of this. The law of attraction is not a fleeting idea or a vague concept. It is a divine principle, as eternal and unshakable as the rising sun. When you create a mental picture of your desires and hold it with unwavering faith, you activate this law in its fullness. Your vision becomes a magnet, drawing to you all that is required for its fulfillment. Opportunities, people, resources, everything flows to you in divine timing. You do not need to strive or take from others, for the universe is abundant beyond measure. There is no lack, no shortage. What is meant for you will come to you, and no force in heaven or earth can prevent it. The power of this law resides in the heart of your vision. Your mental picture, infused with faith and emotion, becomes the central power station from which all things are drawn. It is not weak or uncertain. It is strong, steadfast, and unyielding. As you grow in confidence, your faith in this mysterious but unfailing process becomes absolute. Do you see, beloved, how perfectly this aligns with God's promises? When you ask, you shall receive. When you seek, you shall find. These are not empty words. They are divine correlatives, bound together in eternal truth. Your asking is the beginning of the process, but your receiving is guaranteed when your faith is unwavering. Imagine for a moment that your desires are a great river, flowing toward you. The river is not something you must create. It already exists. All you need to do is remove the barriers of doubt and fear that block its flow. When you visualize with clarity and faith, you clear the path, allowing the abundance of the universe to pour into your life. Once you have experienced even a single moment of this divine flow, your confidence will become unshakable. You will no longer question whether your desires will manifest. You will know with a certainty that cannot be shaken that they are already on their way. This is the beauty of faith, dear one. It is not about striving or struggling. It is about resting in the assurance that God's laws are at work. You will no longer feel the need to grasp or take from others, for you will understand that there is more than enough for everyone. The peace that comes with this realization is profound. You will move through life with a calm assurance, knowing that your every desire is already being fulfilled. This is not arrogance. It is trust in the Creator's infinite love and provision. Let me share with you a sacred truth. Your thoughts are the molds into which the universe pours its substance. When you visualize, you create a blueprint for your desires. The more precise and detailed your vision, the more faithfully the universe will bring it to life. But here is where the mystery deepens. The process does not begin with your thoughts alone. It begins with your faith. Your belief infuses your thought molds with life, drawing the invisible into the visible, the intangible into the tangible. Think of this as planting a seed in the soil. The seed itself is your thought, but your faith is the sunlight and water that nurture it. Without faith, the seed remains dormant. But with faith, it grows into a mighty tree, bearing fruit in abundance. Beloved, I urge you now to take hold of this divine truth and make it your own. Begin today to visualize your heart's desires with clarity and conviction. Do not be afraid to dream boldly, for nothing is too great for the Creator to accomplish through you. Take time each day to close your eyes and create a mental picture of your desires. See them as though they are already real. Feel the joy and gratitude that come with their fulfillment. Speak words of faith and affirmation, declaring that what you have envisioned is already on its way. And then, release your vision to God, trusting in His perfect timing and wisdom. Do not cling to it with desperation or doubt. Instead, rest in the assurance that it is already done. As you walk this path, you will come to realize the joy of co-creation. You are not alone in this process. You are working hand in hand with the Creator. Every step you take, every vision you hold, is a collaboration with divine love and power. And as your desires manifest, one after another, your faith will grow stronger. You will come to see that this is not a random or mysterious process, but an orderly and divine law. You will no longer question whether your dreams are possible, for you will know that with God, all things are possible. Beloved, you are more powerful than you realize. The Creator has placed within you the ability to shape your life, to bring your heart's desires into being, and to walk in the fullness of His blessings. Do not be afraid to use this power. It is not selfish or arrogant to desire a life of joy, abundance, and purpose. These desires are placed within you by God Himself, as a reflection of His goodness and love. So rise up, dear one. Take hold of the power within you. Visualize with faith, trust in the process, and watch as the wonders of heaven unfold in your life. Amen.